Yo, what's up, you guys? Today I want to share with you a story that'll teach you on how to get exactly what you want, even if your current reality is showing you the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? So if you're discouraged at the moment and want to change your situation, then yo, keep watching. Alright? Let's do this. In his book, The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard talks about the time when, during a question and answer session, after a lecture he did, there was a lady there in the audience who stood up and asked for permission to tell a story illustrating how she had successfully used the law of assumption. And Neville was cool with it and allowed her to speak to the entire audience. Here's what happened. She said that when she got home from the lecture the week before, she found her niece all distressed and really upset because the husband of the niece, who was an officer in the Army Air Force stationed in Atlantic City, had just been ordered, along with the rest of his unit, to active duty in Europe. And she was crying and telling her aunt that the reason why she was so upset was she was hoping that her and her husband would be assigned to Florida as an instructor because they both loved Florida and were anxious to be stationed there and not be separated. So when the aunt heard all this, she said that there was only one thing to do, and that was to immediately apply the law of assumption, telling her niece to actualize it. And then she said to her these words: if you were actually in Florida, what would you do? You would feel the warm breeze. You would smell the salt air. You would feel your toes sinking down into the sand. Well, let's do all that right now. That's spiritual gangster right there. Anyway, they took off their shoes and turned off the lights. And then in their imagination, listen, they felt themselves actually in Florida, feeling the warm breeze and smelling the sea air and pushing their toes into the sand, where it took on the tones of reality. Now check this out. 48 hours later, the husband received a change of orders, and his new instructions were to report immediately, guess where? To Florida, as an Air Force instructor. And then 5 days later, his wife was on the train to join him. Boom. Amazing stuff, right? Now, someone can ask, well, why didn't the aunt go to Florida? Because she was imagining and assuming the state of consciousness too. And the answer is simple, folks. It wasn't her desire. That's it. It wasn't her desire, but it was the desire of her niece. All right, real talk now. What's your desire today? Okay? What's your desire? Does it have to do with money? Or do you need healing in your body? Or you want to be in a loving relationship? Whatever it is, actualize it. How? Look, the solution's always the same. There's no need to complicate this with all these different types of techniques. Let me ask you, what would you do? What would you say? How would you act if what you want, the money, the healing, the loving relationship, were already yours? And then begin to think and say and do those things inwardly. Feel its reality as though you're already there. You gotta feel it for however long it takes. And then here's what's gonna happen. Neville says that as you imagine yourself into the mood of the wish fulfilled, you'll take on yourself the results of the mood, and all that it affirms will come to pass because you get what you believe. Yeah. Alrighty guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell right next to it to be notified of my next video. I pump these out every single week, so you don't want to miss them. If you're listening via podcast, I'd really appreciate a review. It gets more people to discover my work and of course help spread this message. And yo, don't forget to register for my free online training that'll seriously help you start manifesting the life you really want right now. So check it out. The link's in the description. Like I always say, more's coming. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.